In this video, we're going to look at sided limits using a graph. All right, so we're just going to think about this concept a little bit more. Suppose you're given this graph here. This is the graph of f of x. We've got the graph y equals f of x. This represents a function of x. Notice we have some open circles, some closed circles, an arrow. If I were to ask you to find the limit, so we're going to say we're going to find the limit as x approaches 3 from the left of this function. So approaching 3 from the left means we are traveling from the left towards 3. And the value we are approaching but never reaching would be positive 1. If we were to look at the limit as x were approaching 3 from the right of this function. So approaching 3 from the right would mean we would travel along the graph toward x equals 3. And as we approach 3 from the right, my function value, it approaches but never touches -2. So further, we could say the limit as x approaches 3 of this function does not exist. And the reason it does not exist is because the left-hand limit and the right-hand limit do not match. If I were to ask you for part D to tell me the function value, what is f of 3? So the function value, right here, we have an ordered pair at 3, 0. That function value is equal to 0, the output of the function. So even though we have open circles on both of these endpoints, when we're talking about the limit, even though we're never touching it, we're saying, what does the graph go towards? Where does the graph tend to? So let me look at another example with this problem. Let's consider the point right here, 1, 2. So for part A of this, if I asked you to tell me the limit as x approaches 1 from the left of my function, as we approach 1 from the left, my y value goes toward 2. Similarly, if I have the limit as x approaches 1 from the right of the function, approaching 1 from the right side, that value also goes toward 2. So my two-sided limit, the limit as x approaches 1 in general of the function, since the above two match, this is equal to 2. And if I were to ask you what f of 1 is, because that is a solid point there, f of 1 equals 2.